Well, if you've watched the Ranger Nick segments over the years, you know I find myself in a lot of different places from month to month. And this month, I'm standing in an empty, thank goodness, septic tank, talking about the importance of these. Because if you're on a farm or if you're in a residential area, you probably, like me, don't know how these things work if you have one. And I'm going to tell you somebody that does know how they work, and that's Mr. Rocky Tanner. Rocky, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Rocky is the Ag and Natural Resource Extension Agent in Johnson County. We are at the Washington County Machine Shop concrete plant today. Rocky, we're standing inside of this thing. Walk me through this. What in the world are we looking at?
All right, so we're looking at a 1,000-gallon concrete septic tank.
Okay.
The tank actually has a partition in the tank, and this is 2/3 of the capacity. This partition is supposed to compartmentalize 1/3 versus 2/3, and then we got a pass through for the liquid to pass through to the second level.
Kind of like water falls over.
So the water, the water that's at this middle level is what technically comes through to this 1/3 compartment.
Okay, and the solids and stuff, they're over here.
So the solids are supposed to break down and stay in this compartment here.
Okay.
Only liquid comes through to this compartment.
Okay, and then what? Because this thing, there's like this yellow thing in there. What in the world is this?
All right, so this is a filter.
Okay.
That actually works as just that, a filter to if some solids do pass through to this second compartment, this filter will keep them from going out into the drain field.
Interesting, and I want to talk about the drain field next, but Rocky, this is not all that there is to this septic tank. There's usually a lid, right?
Certainly not. Oh yeah, there's a lid. But I'd feel funny standing in here with the lid on.
Right, that would be kind of tough. So let's talk next about the drainage field and how the water gets from here out into someone's land and then where it goes and how we can kind of manage that waste. So let's roll there next. Okay, so we've hopped back out of this septic tank. You are looking at a 4-inch piece of PVC pipe, and typically, Rocky, this tank is not sitting on top of the ground. It's usually underground. How deep are we typically talking there?
So most of the time, just depending on the soil type, it's usually about 1 to 8 inches down to the lid. To the lid, okay.
And
occasionally in areas where you have a higher water table, you may have to hump up over this. You've went by people's houses and see a little hump in the yard. That's usually where the tank's at.
And it's easy to access for the pumper truck then, which is important. So that water's going from here, it's traveling down a piece of PVC pipe like this, and then it's going out into this thing. Rocky, you mentioned earlier a drainage field. What does that mean?
All right, so the drain field is actually where the actual wastewater is actually disposed of.
Underground.
Underground.
Okay.
And what you have here today, this is actually one brand of, this is Infiltrator, Quick 4 Infiltrator, and this is just one of the products that you can put in the ground for wastewater disposal.
Good, and this is going to make sure we got to have this pretty deep because you don't want somebody driving over top of it, flattening this, getting that wastewater everywhere, right?
Well, yeah, and so as I mentioned before, depending on the depth of the water table, is how determines the depth of this product. A deeper soil profile like North Georgia, this thing might be 4 foot in the ground, whereas down here in our part, or even further in South Georgia, this thing may be a lot shallower.
Interesting. And it's got the filter, the system on the side. Let's talk, finally, got to ask you about some of these ways that we can maintain a septic tank and how extension can help with that. So let's do that. Okay, so the septic tank, we know about how it's installed. We know about how that water is leaving the tank. We're standing on top of a tank right now next to a pumper truck. Rocky, once this thing's installed, what are some things that you can help me do as an extension agent to maintain this thing?
So one of the things that I look at is educating homeowners. Not only do I want to help them with their pecan trees or their fruit trees or the garden, I want to tell them how to maintain things in their house. So having your tank pumped out every 3 to 5 years, having your filter clean, keep it in. A lot of people
yellow thing. Yep, cleaning that.
Making sure your toilet, the flappers in the back of your toilet aren't wasting water. Making sure that your kids don't use the bathtub as a swimming pool. making sure that the only things that are flushed down the septic tank is what's supposed to go down the septic tank. Toilet paper, waste, and water. That's it.
Not Swiffer wet wipes.
Not Swiffer wipes, not Army men, not bean bags, not hand towels, not paper towels. Hand towels.
This guy has probably seen it all. So Rocky, you mentioned it, such a value and extension that Rocky can bring to the table in all your years of experience in this. I know what to do now. I need to go home. I need to make sure these things get cleaned out and we maintain them. Rocky, thank you so much for spending time with me today.
Thank
This
you.
has been wonderful. And y'all, check out who your extension agent is in your neck of the woods and have them come out and help you with things like this. While you're online looking up that stuff, check out the Farm Monitor Facebook page. And while you're on there, check out the Ranger Nick Facebook page. I love it when folks do that. And until next time, as we always say, Rocky, enthusiasm is contagious. So pass it on. Y'all, thanks so much for watching. Thank you, Rocky. And we'll be seeing everybody when we get back together again next month. See ya.